Okay, updaters, ito ang matagal na matagal ko ng wish talaga. And ito na nga siya. Ang unika iha ng Voltes 5 team, si Ysabel Ortega. Hi,
Hi, Sir
Isabel.
Talman. Hi, everybody.
Ayan, alam mo, sobra akong... I don't know how to start the podcast kasi I'm always at awe pag nakikita kita eh. Kasi I've not seen somebody, yung combination ng beautiful and graceful and lahat na talagang sabi ko talaga, ay, kaya pala na in love dito si Miguel eh.
Hi, Miguel Tanfelix.
Hindi, panggulat lang yun sa panggulat
Yes,
lang yun
oo
dahil
nga.
ang aga-aga ng podcast natin eh. Panggulat lang yun. Pero okay, let's start with, alam nyo po itong si Ysabel, hindi lang ito dedicated actress, din to eh. Isa rin siyang law student ngayon. Grabe. Anong klaseng kombinasyon yan, Ysabel?
Alam ko ano yung pinasa ko, Sir Nelson. Diyos ko.
Hindi,
Oo.
what made you decide na, okay, mag-aartista ako and I will be as dedicated kasi alam naman natin yung ginawa mo sa Voltes 5 and plus, of course, pagsasabayin mo pa sa law school.
Okay. Dedication. Okay. Kasi, before Sir Nelson, actually, when I was in college and in high school, ang mas priority ko nun, or mas dedicated talaga ako nun, sa pagtatapos ng pag-aaral ko. So, if I were to rate it 100%, siguro 60% nasa studies ko yung focus ko. Because yun nga, that was my top goal, is to get a college degree, to graduate high school, and once nag-graduate na ako sa college, parang ginawa ko namang 100% puro showbiz yung dedication ko. So, for a year, I took a break from studies. I really focused on shooting for Voltes 5. And actually, sobrang sakto nga kasi when I got casted in Voltes 5, I was in third year college. Tapos sabi ko, hala, paano to? Kasi it's such a big project. So I was even planning on taking a leave. I was planning on, setting my studies aside and fixing my priorities and focusing it all on Voltes 5. Tapos nagka-pandemic, it was a silver lining for my studies kasi at least natapos ko siya kasi na-delay because of the quarantine, the lockdown rules. So, nag-start kami September 2021 pa. So, natapos ko yung college degree ko before I started Voltes 5. So, sobrang meant to be lang. Kasi at least, nung nag-start na kami mag-film, tapos na yung studies ko.
Pero bakit law? Bakit, ba't gusto mong maging abogado?
Siguro, na-inspire lang din ako from my other family members. Kasi I have a lot of family members who are lawyers. And sobrang gusto ko lang talaga yung craft ever since. Kasi nung nag-college ako, I started with entrepreneurship. And then sabi ko parang may iba akong passion. So, nag-shift ako to political economy. And then ever since, in love talaga ako sa course ko kasi may courses pre-law as well. So, siguro nagustuhan ko lang din talaga yung craft and na-intrigue ako sa craft na yon. And when I entered law school, grabe, hindi ko alam pala na, I knew it was hard, pero I didn't know that it was as hard as it was talaga. Sinasabi nga nila, diba, parang may saying sila na parang the law is a jealous mistress. So, if may iba kang ginagawa, hindi papayag yung law school. Kailangan siya focus mo.
How do you concentrate? Kung ganun lang yung... Kasi ako, pag yung mga ganun lang yung oras yung tulog ko, hindi talaga ako makakonsentrate.
Hindi ko rin alam, Sir Nelson, honestly. Hindi ko alam kung paano ko kinaya. I think mostly it was just resting talaga when I can. Like, during breaks ko, kunwari may 1 hour break ako, 30 minutes matutulog ako, and then 30 minutes magre-review ako for my next class. So, it was really trying to get by class per class nung time na yun. And it was really hard talaga, and it really wasn't good for my mental health. And right now, siguro, the way I'm balancing things is really to just not pressure myself and to really just take the time to make sure na, una sa lahat, okay ba ako? Before I prioritize everything else.
You mentioned mental health. Ito, maganda nga na pag-uusapan ito ng mga Gen Z na ngayon eh. Kasi, in my time, talagang walang ganon. Parang kayanin mo, bahala ka. Kasi pinasok mo yan eh, kayanin mo. So ngayon, kasi magandang, alam mo yun, nagiging conversation na siya. At saka, yung parang everyone can freely talk about it. Ikaw ba,
Mhm.
of course, you mentioned kanina nga yung mental health. Was there a time na talagang nag-tick ka na parang, hindi ko na kaya?
Definitely. Oh my gosh, ang dami.
Ang dami.
Ang dami talaga, as in, um, it was so hard. Especially, nung una kong time na nag-contemplate ako na maglo-law school ako. It was my third year of college. Um, Kasi in my university, we have a program in where you can finish college and law school in 7 years. So, may expedite ka. So, on your third year of college, along with your majors, isasabay mo na yung first semester subjects mo ng law school. And I was already entering my third year. And kino-contemplate ko na talagang, shoot, gusto ko mag-law school talaga. Tapos parang, I was also contemplating na parang yung career ko, should I continue it? Parang I was losing faith in myself. And sobrang nag-take talaga yun ng toll sa akin kasi nabu-burnout na ako halos araw-araw sa pagbabalance ng dalawang bagay. Sabi ko talaga, shoot, I need to choose one thing. Kailangan ko talaga po, hindi pwedeng ipagsabay. Ito muna ipa-priority ko. I have so much on my plate already. Gagapang ko tong pag-aaral ko, pero ito, gagawin kong priority tong pag-artista ko. And then came Voltes 5. And sabi ko, okay, this
It's
is
a
my
sign. That's a good sign.
It's my sign na I'm on the right track, na
Mm.
relax, like everything has its own timing. Just enjoy and prioritize what you need to prioritize, which is your passion and yung puso mo. Kung nasaan yung puso mo, doon ka. So, doon ko binuhos yung oras and yung time ko talaga sa Voltes 5.
Yung The Gift, 'di ba? Napansin ka na doon eh. Pero you were still a newbie back then. So naisip mo ba na ito na talaga yung career ko? Or nung time na yon we were talking about The Gift in case hindi maalala ng mga nakikinig sa atin. Ito yung serye ni Alden Richards.
My
Diba?
first series, Kapuso Network.
Mm-mm.
Oo. Honestly, kasi, hindi ko po alam, Sir Nelson, if makaka-relate kayo or yung audience natin. Pero planner kasi ako. I'm such a planner. Feeling ko I need to have a 5-year plan. Kailangan kada month, kada taon, may plano ako. So when things don't go my way, saka ako mas naghahabol na parang I need to hustle. Kailangan ko maghabol, kailangan kong ganito. So feeling ko yun din yung nagiging trait ko sa pagiging hustler ko. And with The Gift, honestly, siguro, I feel like for me, sobrang life-changing nung serye talaga na yun. I feel like that's when things started to turn around talaga for me. When I did The Gift, I guess that was the project na I could say na, okay, feeling ko I can do this for a long time. I feeling ko I can change my whole 5-year plan for my career. Kaya kong baguhin yung buong mindset ko na sinet ko na sa sarili ko for the longest time.
Na-in love ka na sa showbiz, finally.
Talaga ako na in love. Doon ako naging desidido na eto na yon. So, sobrang grateful talaga ako for The Gift and for the people I've met and for the bosses na na-meet ko kasi doon din nila ako parang napagkatiwalaan, doon din nila ako nakita, doon din nila ako nakilala. So, sobrang life-turning talaga yung The Gift, especially for my career.
Oo, pero ang bata-bata pa ng itsura mo noon eh. Bagets-bagets
Yeah.
pa. Ibang-iba na doon sa Jamie Robinson na nakikita natin ngayon.
Shy pa ako nun, Sir Nelson.
Bakit?
Feeling ko rin talaga it's the environment. Kasi, I mean, it's of course The Gift. I had such a great time with my castmates. Pero kasi most of the people I was working with there are people who are older than me. Yun nga, gumaganap na nanay ko, kuya ko. Si Martin nun, tawag ko pa nga nun, kuya. So, I was used to always being the young one and always just being, quiet. Parang, I was a very shy person. I still am, actually. Pero nung na-meet ko kasi yung Voltes 5 cast ko and yung character ko at the same time, parang dun ako talaga lumabas sa shell ko. And I always say din na, yun nga, parang yung Voltes 5 cast, yun talaga yung parang naging family ko dito sa showbiz kasi we've known each other for the longest time. Halos magkakaedad kami lahat. So parang siyang nagkaroon ako ng barkada sa set. And because of that, parang mas nag-bloom ako, mas nagkaroon ako ng kulit, mas lumabas yung kulit ko kasi halos parang barkada ko lang din yung kasama ko. And yeah, yung training, nagkaroon ako ng confidence physically. And then, aside from the cast, of course, yun, palagi ko rin sinasabi na nakatulong din si Miguel sa pag-shell out nung confidence ko.
Nangingiti ako talaga pag pag napag-uusapan natin si Miguel.
Yeah.
Starstruck Kids. Kasi I was segment producer for Starstruck Kids. So, araw-araw ko silang kasama noon. Si Miguel, hindi siya yung pinakamakulit. Actually, isa siya doon sa pinakamabait. Tahimik lang yan before. Hindi ko alam kung ano na nangyari ngayon. Ikaw ba? Ano yung gusto mo sa kanya?
Ito na nga.
Ito na nga. Magmamarites tayo. Tayo lang naman dalawa dito. Wala namang nakakarinig.
For me, isa yon is yung work ethic niya. Kasi doon ko siya una nakilala as a co-actor. And sobrang, nung time pa lang na yun, napahanga na ako sa kanya as an actor. Yung professionalism niya, yung work ethic niya, and yung dedication din niya and yung effort din niya na tulungan din yung mga co-artists niya. Kasi, most of us sa Voltes 5, sa lahat kami sa Voltes team, siya yung pinaka-veterano talaga. I mean, almost 20 years sa showbiz, bata pa lang nag-artista na siya, and hindi siya madamot sa wisdom niya. Palagi siyang nag-share sa amin, and palagi rin siyang, so passionate about his craft. So, una yun talaga, kasi I look up to him then as an actor. Second, siguro, yun, he's such a gentleman. Feeling ko, ang laking bagay yun para sa akin, yung may respeto siya sa babae, not just me, pero sa mom niya, sa mga kaibigan namin din na babae. I feel like sobrang bonus yun if you're a gentleman talaga. And of course, talagang I feel like, he's a really sweet person talaga, and he's really sweet sa akin, and sobrang na-appreciate ko yun kasi, yun, siguro gusto ko yung ganong klaseng affection, yung sweet ka, yung
teka muna, anong love language mo?
Love language ko? Quality
Yung
time.
gusto mo ginagawa sa'yo? Like ganon? Quality time. Binibigyan ka ng time. Mm-mm.
Yes. Oh.
Ikaw naman,
I mean,
ano ang love language mo?
Quality time din po. Mahilig ako magbigay
nagbibigay ka rin ng time.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Also acts of service. Yung maliliit na bagay. Ayun. Lalo na po, halos araw-araw kami magkasama sa taping, diba? So, ang laking bagay nung may ginagawa ko for the other person. Like, for example, punan mo yung tubig, or gagawa mo ng coffee, mga ganung bagay na nakakatulong sa tao. Yun, super na-appreciate ko yun. Ibigay and ma-receive. Ayun. And then lastly, yun, nakakatawa si Miguel. Ang dami yung jokes.
Oo.
Ayun.
Nakakatawa ba talaga? Oo, nakakatawa dahil hindi naman nakakatawa, kaya nakakatawa eh.
Nakakatawa siya kasi nakakatawa siya. Ayan. Nakakatawa rin siya sa akin. Like, ayaw niyang i-admit yun, pero natatawa siya sa akin. Hindi lang niya ina-admit.
Pero one time kasi, on the spot ko siya, sabi ko sa kanya, kayo na ba ni Ysabel? Sabi niya, Tito Nelson, hindi pa. Pero I'm willing to wait. Sabi ko, maganda yan. Sabi ko, pero since sa pag-uusapan naman na natin, ano yun, usapan nyo talaga na parang, wait, let's not go too fast, wala naman naghahabol, mga ganyan. So, may ganun kayo?
Yes, opo, definitely. Walang naghahabol. Back to it's related to our 5-year plan shoot, diba, na month. Ayun, definitely, yung usapan talaga namin is to just really live in the moment. Una sa lahat, yung usapan namin is work comes first. Kasi we're so young, we're so young. I feel like yun, recently ko lang na talagang 100% focus yung full effort ko sa career ko. And, I don't want anything to change that talaga. So, happy ako na nakahanap ako ng tao rin na, supportive din sa career ko. Inuuna rin yung career ko and yung career niya. Kasi, I feel like, we have to grow as individuals at this point in our lives. That's supposed to be the priority. So, we understand that talaga. And yun yung isa sa mga natutuwa rin ako. And dun kami nagkakasundo talaga is work muna talaga, umpisa. And work muna talaga ang kailangan.
Pero, turuan mo nga ako, Ysabel, kasi ako, ang tingin ko kasi sa maraming Gen Z na kilala ko, isa lang yung common sa kanila, hindi sila ah, pardon the word ha, kasi I cannot think of a, I cannot think of a better word to describe it eh. Hindi sila atat na magkaroon ng relationship.
Mm.
Kumbaga, yung as opposed to kasi doon sa in my time kasi 'di ba parang it's like parang relationship agad, naligawan mo na agad, tara na, tapos kailangan mapasagot mo na agad. Parang ngayon
Mm.
parang hindi, parang yung mga Gen Z na kilala ko mas yung they hang out with people they like nang walang label. And then they
Mhm.
travel, and then they work together. Ganun ba talaga ang mga Gen Z ngayon? Parang hindi sila ma-labels. Ayaw na muna nila. Wala muna sila, may commitment, pero hindi ganun ka-intense.
Actually, siguro kung ika-categorize ko yung sa amin ni Miguel, I don't feel like it fits doon sa no label na situationships ng mga Gen Z ngayon. Kasi, yun, very old-fashioned.
There,
Ako, old-fashioned.
situationship. Buti, you
Yes.
raised that up.
Oo. And I don't want to categorize it as a situationship. Kasi, yung kung ano meron kami ngayon, it's really plainly just, yun, naniligaw siya sa akin. And, may goal kami. Pero, yun lang nga is not yet. Pero, established, di ba? Now, what we have with each other, ganyan, yung intentions niya, and alam din ng parents ko. So, andun kami sa relationship building. But I feel like kasi yung sa Gen Zs ngayon, it's really just situationship lang talaga. Like, kung happy na sila sa walang label, walang goal, walang end goal, kumbaga. And I feel like, feeling ko, feeling ko, the reason why talaga is, yung mga Gen Z ngayon, sobrang hustler nila eh. Sobrang goal-oriented sila and sobrang focused sila sa growth nila as people. Na yun talaga yung focus nila and not relationships. The relationships come second to Gen Zs talaga.
Why? Well,
Good
sabi mo nga
question.
kasi they hustle, 'di ba? Yung focus sila do sa goal nila eh, yung career-oriented sila, parang ganoon.
Yes. I feel like, honestly, social media, seeing how we're so connected now sa social media, we see other people's lives, and of course, we only see one side of the story or one side of a person sa social media, di ba? You only see their successes, you only see, what they've accomplished, you don't really see the bad side when it comes to people in social media. So, I feel like pag nandun ka sa environment na yun, na ang dami mo nakikitang successful na tao sa social media, parang mas nag-hustle ka mas na-inspire ka to work harder. Kasi, I mean, let's face it po, di ba? Like, everyone has their insecurities, everyone has their, okay, I need to be good also. I need to have what they have, I need to be like them. Not in a bad way, but it can also be in a good way, na-inspire ka sa tao. So, I feel like because yung Gen Z ngayon, sobrang exposed sa buhay ng ibang tao. I feel like the hustle is different. I feel like yung goals nila is really to grow as a person then and to be successful like what they see, and of course for themselves as well. But I feel like malaking parte yun ng reason kung bakit hustler ang Gen Z and kung bakit sobrang goal-oriented sila and self-growth oriented sila. I mean, I can't speak for everyone. I can't speak for the whole Gen Z, but I just feel like yun yung nakikita ko from my perspective and from the people na nakikilala ko. Even if it's an unspoken thing, parang yun lang din yung naging observation ko. And, opo.
Do you think it's a good thing? I mean, of course, as a Gen Z, sa tingin mo, maganda ba to?
To a certain extent po, I feel like it should affect your life in a certain way, but not too much. Kasi feeling ko doon din nagkakaroon ng maraming mental health issues yung generation namin ngayon. Kasi because of what they see on social media and kung paano nila ikumpara yung sarili nila, especially during the pandemic, di ba po? I mean, we were all in our own home. We had nothing to do. And I feel like for those who, na wala namang project na pinaghahandaan, it really takes a toll on your mental health talaga. And everything in moderation talaga dapat. Siguro for me, ang best balance is a little bit of old-fashioned, of course. Kung ano yung roots ng mga parents natin. I mean, parents know best talaga. And I really believe that. And ang ganda rin na kumuha ka rin ng advice on how they think, how they live, kung paano yung mindset nila sa buhay. And at the same time, integrate mo yung motivation mo or yung motivation ng pagiging Gen Z and pagiging bata. So for me, keep yourself grounded with the old-fashioned habits of your parents, but at the same time, hustle the way people your age do. I feel like that's the best combination. I guess yung key for that is not to compare, but to motivate. Siguro that's how I would put it talaga. Kasi it's not bad to be inspired by people on social media. It's bad if you compare
Yes.
yourself
Uy,
with
maganda
what...
yan. Maganda yan.
Mm-mm.
Maganda yung sinabi mo. I like
Opo,
that.
kasi you have to appreciate what you have. But at the same time, it's not bad to want more, di ba po? Pero never mo dapat ikakahiya kung yung meron ka. No matter where you are, no matter kung saan ka man sa buhay mo, or if you're low, if you're successful, kasi there's always a path talaga. And you should always be grateful for what you have talaga. Feeling ko yun din yung unang priority dapat talaga. Especially now on social media, na ang dami mong nakikitang may signature items, may magagandang buhay, kasi you don't know then what's on the other side of that.
Ysabel, let's get personal.
Okay.
Okay. I think you mentioned many times na parang it's not really easy to treat somebody else's daughter, as your own. Pero you have a very good relationship with your stepdad. Can you tell us more about it?
Okay. So, si Daddy Greg kasi, when I first met him, parang nagkaroon lang ako ng feeling kasi na I was going to know this person for a long time. Kasi yung mom ko, when she was a single mom, diba, of course, kailangan may clearance ng anak. Yung guy na dinedate niya, diba?
Yeah.
And I mean, I was always supportive of my mom naman. Pero when it came to Daddy Gerb, I had that feeling talaga na, okay, I feel like this might be my new dad. And sobrang grateful lang din ako sa relationship namin. Kasi, growing up, I mean, of course, I also have a dad naman. I also have my biological father. Pero, it's different kasi, it's different when you live in the same house, when you actually have a family. And I feel like that's what I gained with my Daddy Greg. I gained a dad. I also gained a family with him. Na-experience ko na naging close kami kasi tinuturuan niya ako mag-firing, tinuturuan niya ako mag-golf, tinuturo niya sa akin yung mga hobbies niya, and sobrang naging grateful ako for that talaga. And sobrang naging grateful ako na minamahal din niya ako as his own daughter, because I heard na it's hard, when it comes to yung sa pride, sa pagkalalaki ng isang tao. I know that it's hard for some people to accept that. And sobrang grateful ako kasi tinanggap niya ako the way na tinanggap ko siya. Kasi he doesn't have to naman eh. Diba po? There are some people na, they can live civilly with the daughter of their wife. Pero no, tinanggap niya ako, ginawa niya akong anak. And
the reason why I'm asking you this is my mom remarried and I had a stepfather. And it was very difficult for me to accept my stepfather. At first, parang basta just the idea of me having another father is different. Parang it's alien. It's parang I'm not wired for this. Ikaw ba, nagkaroon ka ng ganong, kahit na sabihin mong short time na inisip mong ganon?
Ako po, honestly po hindi. Kasi I've been wanting that din for my mom for so long. Hindi ko siya iniisip na I'm going to gain a father. Ang iniisip ko is my mom is going to find love. And yung iniisip ko talaga at that point, parang it was just me and my mom for so long. And I just really want her din talaga to be happy. So, yung priority ko talaga is as long as mabait yung tao sa nanay ko, mahal ng tao yung nanay ko.
Ilang taon
And
ka
of
niyan
course,
pala? Ilang taon ka niyan?
I was 17.
I was around that age nung nalaman ko.
So how did you accept it po, Sir Nelson? Actually, curious din po ako. How did you...
Ah, how did I accept it? Kasi malayo ang nanay ko eh. Nasa Amerika siya nung nag-migrate na siya sa Amerika noon eh. My stepfather is an American eh. So, alam mo 'yun, wala akong choice kasi we don't
Yeah.
live in the same house. Like when my mom calls, I will not take her call, mga ganon. Hanggang sa alam mo 'yun na siguro dumating na lang yung time na naisip ko na parang maybe I should, At saka
Andito na.
siguro nag-mature na ako na naisip ko na it's not about me. It's really not about me na parang ganon, na parang na-realize ko that relationships do not sometimes work out. Kasi yung relationship nila ng tatay ko is really very toxic. I'm telling you, it's really toxic as toxic can be. And sabi ko parang bakit ko bakit ako nagiging hindrance para maging masaya yung nanay ko, parang ganon. So yun, I started and then I visited them sa Chicago, and then we spent time every time, parang mga nung time na yun sa sobrang, kasi lahat ng kapatid ko nagpunta na ng US eh, ako na lang natitira dito eh, so mga 3 to 4 times a year nagpupunta ako. Sabi sa'yo bawat season eh, pinupuntahan ko sa Amerika. Pero yung pala yung kumbaga ploy ng nanay ko para magkaroon kami ng time ng stepfather ko to know each other, because ang feeling niya nga I was yung kid niya na that was the hardest to accept. And then alam mo, eventually nung nakilala ko siya talaga, he was the father that I never had.
I feel like it's time din talaga, Sir Nelson. Feeling ko doon din po ako nagkaroon ng trust din kay Tito Greg. Yung time namin together. Sobrang importante talaga to get to know a person before you judge. So, ako, I really took the time talaga to get to know him as well. And at the same time, yun, pinrioritize ko rin yung happiness ng mom ko. Sabi ko, okay, kasi yun, we were living all in the same household, my mom and I. So, alam ko rin yung struggles niya, alam ko rin yung mga pinagdaanan niya. And yeah, I just wanted her to be happy po talaga. And happy rin ako kasi doon din nag-invest yung mom ko. Feeling ko same din sila ng tactic ng mom niya po, Sir Nelson, is to really go spend time with your daddy Greg para makilala mo siya, and then tell me if you like him. And yun din yung naging parang condition sa akin ng mama ko, na I won't marry Daddy Greg if he won't treat you like a daughter. And sobrang happy ako kasi naka-develop na rin kami ng relationship by the time that they did. So, by the time they got married, yun, everything was so nice. Kilala ko na si Daddy Greg, kilala na rin niya ako. Naging family na kami when they got married.
And plus, madagdag ko lang since we're talking about it, I was really thankful na nag-cruise yung landas ng nanay ko and si Uncle Steve. And then, I was very happy seeing them. And sabi ko nga, nung time na yun, kasi ang akala ko, meron na akong masamang yung parang picture of relationships na it's bound to end, mga ganun, or yung isa nananakit, yung isa, may mga ganun na ako eh. Pero nung nakita ko yung relationship ng nanay ko at saka ni Uncle Steve, it was, parang sabi ko, ito pala dapat yung relationship. Ganito pala dapat. So it taught me a lot.
Actually, I feel like tama nga po yun, yung forgiveness talaga. Once you find like happiness talaga, dun mo realize na okay, forgiveness is not for them. Parang it's for you din eh. Para rin sa happiness. Parang kahit na hindi mag-sorry, parang di ba po pag galit ka, parang kailangan niya mag-sorry sa akin, saka ko lang siya pagtatawarin. Pero no eh, parang if you think about it din po, like forgiveness is for yourself, for your happiness, para hindi mabigat yung loob mo. Kasi kung galit yung tao sa'yo, palagi kang magkaaway, paano kung like 3 years 10 years silang hindi magsasorry sa'yo, if 3 years niyong bubuhatin yung pait na yun
Oo.
na
And
hindi pa
sometimes
kita
until, 'di ba, until matanda ka na, dala-dala mo pa.
So I feel like ang laking bagay din ng happiness and self-content sa sarili mo when it comes to forgiving. And once you forgive, mas dun mo makikita yung true happiness talaga.
Mm.
And grateful din ako dun Sir Nelson na I have Daddy Greg and so much people who taught me then how to forgive then. So I agree with that. Sobrang laking bagay yun.
Ito, Isabella, parang ito nagugulat pa rin ako talaga. Not a lot of people know na ikaw ay anak ni Michelle Ortega at ni Senator Lito Lapid. And it's just weird for me, like parang pag parang when I encounter people hearing it for the first time na parang ha? And you have not always been vocal kasi about, who your biological father is. I mean, it's not like you hide it, pero it's not like you also volunteer it eh.
Yes.
Mm.
Opo.
I think I kind of heard it somewhere na parang you had a rough patch with your biological father. Kamusta na kayo ngayon? Nag-uusap pa kayo?
Yes, we're okay po. We're super okay. Yeah, I guess hindi lang din po ako ganun ka-vocal about it kasi parang siguro may paano nga ba? I mean, okay, my screen name is Ysabel Ortega. Yes, not Ysabel Lapid even if it's my real name. And I guess part then of why I'm not as vocal about it is because yun nga, parang I also wanna make a name for myself. I feel like sobrang laking bagay sa akin and self-fulfillment ko rin yun na for example, yun nga, when I go to auditions, diba, like fair na hindi naman nila kilala yung parents ko para hindi rin magkaroon ng ganung judgment na baka nakuha niya yun dahil or baka akala niya makukuha niya yun dahil anak siya ni ganito, anak siya ni ganyan, di ba?
Sabi mo, okay kayo ng daddy mo, no? Nagbabonding ba kayo? Or do you visit him once in a while? Does he visit you once in a while?
We see each other po from time to time, yes. Pero for now po talaga, mas malapit po yung relationship ko with Daddy Greg. Pero we're okay.
Teka muna, masabi ko lang, kukwento ko lang every time nakikita kita sa Chika Minute talaga, sabi ko talaga, this girl, ang ganda talaga. In fact, di ba nagkukwentuhan tayo one time, the first Chika Minute na ginawa mo, was parang nagkamali yung prompter at saka nagkamali yung binigay sa'yo na babasahin. Pero tignan mo. Pero teka muna, ang sinabi ko, di ba nung nakita tayo, ang sinabi ko sa'yo, alam mo Ysabel, ikaw pa lang yung host na nakikita ko na nagkamali on air, pero hindi mo mapapansin kasi gandang-ganda lang ako sa'yo.
Oh, thank you. Sana nga maraming hindi nakapansin. Oh my gosh, grabe yun. I have such huge respect to newscasters talaga, Sir Nelson. Grabe yung pressure sa station, sa live. Grabe. Kaya respect po, huge respect po.
Oh, hindi naman. Grabe naman. Pero, of course, na-enjoy mo yung Chika Minute. Gusto mo bang maging news anchor or gusto mong pumasok man lang sa hosting?
Why not? Someday po, as in. I mean, super na-enjoy ko po mag-guest host sa Chika Minute. Syempre, iba rin yung thrill ng live and ng mag-report ka ng balita live. And lalo na sa 24 oras. So, sobrang na-enjoy ko yun talaga. And maybe why not someday po? Even other types of hosting. Definitely.
And kung papipiliin ka yung hierarchy, lawyer, artista, o pagiging news anchor?
Siguro for me kasi parang integrated din yung news anchor. Teka, news anchor. Okay. Pag-artista, lawyer. and then pagiging news anchor. I feel
For
like
now,
pagiging
for now.
I feel like pagiging news anchor kasi it's a nice thing to do once in a while. But I feel like the pressure I feel like the pressure of being a news anchor parang hindi ko kakayanin, Sir Nelson.
You know, before I let you go, I will turn the tables around. I have a segment here called Ask Nelson. I have been asking you questions for the last hour. Ikaw naman ang magtatanong sa akin ngayon.
Oh, I like this. Okay. My question. Okay. Um, hmm. So, okay. So I know po na you're very happy po. I know na you're happy and in love, Sir Nelson. I don't know po if it's open or private, pero
No,
siguro may
it's open. It's not like no, it's I don't volunteer it, but I don't
yeah,
hide it also. Mhm.
private but not secret, kumbaga. So
Yeah.
for me po, how did you choose to find love again when you thought na love doesn't exist because of what you went through?
Okay. Huh. I think ang puhunan mo talaga dyan yourself. Ikaw talaga yung I will not hide it. I've been through a lot of toxic relationships that were similar to what my mom had. And I thought na parang, maybe it's how it should really go, no? Until I trusted myself na hindi dapat ginagawa sa iyo to. Hindi dapat nangyayari to. Hindi mo dapat ginagawa ito. Nagkaroon ako ng confidence nun. And in fact, sabi ko wala na. Wala nang nag-exist na relationship that is going to be okay. So sabi ko, I will just choose to be single for the rest of my life. Anyway, 'di ba? Sarap kayo maging bachelor for life. Until somebody comes along na parang ayos naman yung wala siyang red flags. Kasi 'di ba minsan kahit may red flag, 'di ba parang tayo, hindi ano pa yan? Mababago niya yan. 'Di ba may ganun eh. Hindi, ano yan? Parang meron tayong messianic complex na I will change you. You will be better because of me. May ganun tayo eh. Dito sa the person I'm with, wala na akong binago sa kanya. We've been together 9 years. We're going 10 years together. And I don't know, it's not really happy every day, but generally, or in the most parts of it, we were very happy. And I'm saying very happy. So, ganun pala, no? You get somebody that is basically that good of a person. You don't change that person. And you only change each other for the better. Kasi there's a sort of parang building blocks that you put together, and then pag naglagay siya ng isang maganda, maglalagay ka ng isang maganda, and before you know it, you already have a tower of really good building blocks of a relationship. And yun, it would have not happened if I did not trust myself. And I stopped being the victim. May 'di ba, masarap maging victim minsan eh. Yung victim mentality, nakawawa ka naman, everybody's parang saying, "Are you okay?" Everybody's saying, mga ganon. I stopped doing that. And I started being the strong person that I am. And I can go on and on. Pero yung talaga yung basic nun eh. It starts with yourself. 'Di ba? If you don't have it, develop it, or just continue being unhappy. 'Di ba?
Ang ganda ng Sir Nelson. Thank you for the wise words.
Thank you very much. Naku,
Nelson.
Ysabel, thank you very much. And ano pa ba ang mga dapat naming abangan sa Voltes 5?
Naku, marami po, Sir Nelson.
Teka muna, syempre 'di ba, itatackle din dito yung love story ni Jamie Robinson.
Okay. Yeah.
Kasi 'di ba
Honestly, but no
sa cartoons
spoilers
hindi masyado 'di ba?
Yes, definitely. I mean, yun din talaga yung maganda. And I'm not sure if everyone agrees with it, but of course, di ba, you can't please everyone naman talaga. Pero sila, Miss Suzette, sila Direct Mark, and the whole prod, they really, and all of the script writers, they believe talaga na sobrang importante na bigyan ng storya yung kada tao sa kwento na to. And feeling ko, I mean, yun, hindi talaga mawawala yung aspeto na yun when it comes to being a person. So, it's part of it, diba? I mean, bata si Jamie Robinson, and talagang very interesting yung magiging love story ni Jamie, kung sino man yun. Because, basta, abangan nila. It's a
Parang may idea ko. Baka si Mark Gordon. Charot. Hindi natin alam, 'di ba? Or si
don't know.
'di ba? Or si Big Bird Armstrong,
Bakit
'di ba? Hindi
natin,
natin
'di ba?
alam.
Baka si
Pero
Big Bird pala.
definitely hindi si Little John Armstrong.
Yes, definitely. Baka makakasay si Nelson.
Isabel, thank you very much for the wonderful hour that I'm speaking to you. And I hope to have you back very soon. I'm sure marami pa tayong pag-uusapan next time. And I hope to see you also again in person dahil
Yes.
it's always a bliss seeing you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sir Nelson.
Thank
And more
you.
power po to your podcast.